Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my second pregnancy. This was again a C-section, but the C-section was done not because of any technical reasons, but only because of the reason that I had had a C-section earlier. So the doctors advised me that it's better if you go for a C-section again rather than a normal delivery. This time the baby was in the normal position, unlike the first time when my son was in breech position. And like my first pregnancy, this time also I suffered from intrahepatic cholestasis of pregnancy. And the symptoms were same: severe itching, especially on the palms and the soles of my feet. I used to itch so much that it was difficult to sleep, it was difficult to eat. The whole time I was scratching myself, and it was terrible actually. And luckily, before conceiving for the second time, I had gone to the dentist and taken care of all the dental problems, so I didn't have to go through any dental issues this time. So when I was suffering from intrahepatic cholestasis of pregnancy, I used to go in for a blood work every week, at the most after 10 days, but there never used to be a gap of more than 10 days. And they used to monitor the levels of SGOT and SGPT enzymes, and they used to adjust my dosage accordingly. So in this particular condition, I think the biggest discomfort that a mother has to endure is the itching. Other than that, the baby is at a higher risk of being stillborn or having some other complications. So it's very important that if you have this condition, you follow the doctor's advice and take your medications on time. So this time I went to a private hospital, and the doctor told me that they are going to induce me, not exactly induce, because obviously it was not supposed to be a normal delivery. They said that they'll deliver via C-section in the 37th week of my pregnancy, or probably 38th, not later than that. And I think at the beginning, no, towards the end of my 36th week, they called me for the checkup, and they did the NST test. I think that's what they call it, and I don't remember it exactly, but basically they place a kind of instrument on your tummy, and they monitor the baby's heartbeat, and they can see on the screen the graph that appears on the screen, and based on that they decide whether it's advisable to go for an early delivery, or they can wait a little longer. So in my case, when they did this test, they found out that the baby was under stress, and they told me that we will have to go for a C-section tomorrow itself, we cannot wait. And as for me, I was actually very happy because my elder son was born on 27th of November, and the date which they gave me for my second son's delivery was 27th December. So I was very happy that both my sons are going to have their birthdays on the same date. And moreover, I was eager to meet my son. I did not want to wait any longer, so I said, okay, let's go ahead with this. So after the test was done, I went back to my house, and I came back with a few essential items. My mother and my eldest son were there with me, and I decided to keep my son in the nursing home for the night because I thought that he'll be more comfortable with us rather than his grandparents with whom he had never stayed. So my in-laws had basically come to help me out before and after the delivery, and so I thought it's better if he could be with his mother for one last time before he sees his sibling. So we settled in for the night, and I want to make clear one thing, that if you have intrahepatic cholestasis of pregnancy, then you tend to feel itchy most of the times, and this itchiness increases if the climate is hot. So we were there in the room. It was the month of December, and in North India, it's usually cold at that time. And we had switched on the blower, and the room was quite hot. Rather, I felt it that way, and the itchiness became severe. I was scratching myself throughout the night, and it was difficult to sleep. And I had to use the bathroom, after every 15 minutes because I felt that the baby is putting pressure on my bladder, and it's getting difficult to sleep. So the whole night passed by like that, and at around 5 a.m. Um, the attendant came, and she wanted to give me enema. Basically, she wanted to clear my stomach, so she did all of that, and then she gave me the clothes. I just got dressed, and then I think at around 8 they took me to the operation theater, and then again that same procedure of putting in the IV lines and catheter and all that stuff. And I think by 9 or so my son was born. So the interesting part starts after this. So when I was wheeled back into the room, again I was just lying on the bed, and the first day you can't really do anything, you just can't move about at all. So I was just there, and the attendants used to come, they used to change the sanitary napkins, and they used to take care of whatever I needed and whatever needed to be done. And the second day I started walking, and the funny thing is, the attendant came and she said that whenever you need to use the bathroom for the first time, just make sure that you call me, and I'll go into the bathroom with you. And I was really shocked. I said, why? She said, no, I have to be there with you, so that you do not fall down or you do not feel uncomfortable. So maybe you'll need some help. So I was quite embarrassed naturally, and I told her, look, you can stay outside the door, but there's no way that you're coming in with me, and if I need any assistance, I'll let you know. And moreover, this is my second C-section, so I'm aware, how to manage. And even for the first time, nobody came there to assist me because I was in a government hospital, and they do not provide attendance as such. And it's okay, but she's very apprehensive. She felt that the doctor might scold her if she does not come in to the bathroom with me, and I told her no, it's not required. So somehow I managed to keep her out of the bathroom. And in that particular nursing home, they had this policy that the patient has to stay there for 4 days, and on the 4th day the patient has to take bath there in the nursing home before leaving, so just in case if she has any problems, or she doesn't know, how to take bath with the stitches and all those things, then the attendant can guide the patient. So again, on the second day itself, I had started walking. I was feeding the baby, and once a day my son used to come and meet me, and he was happy to see the baby. But I remember he was a bit, you can say, angry with me for not coming back to the house with him. And it was funny actually, because I was telling him to come closer to me, and I wanted to kiss him, and I wanted to just hold his hands in my hand, but he was not coming. He was like kind of angry and a little bit shy. It was a weird reaction. Anyhow, so when the 4th day came, the attendant came and she said that today I have to give bath to you. And I was like, what? Then I said, look, during my first C-section, I managed everything myself, and this time also I'm going to take bath myself. You can stay outside the bathroom, and if I need your help, I'm going to call you inside, but I really don't feel comfortable in bathing in front of you. And she was like, no, you cannot take bath on your own, and I have to come in, and ultimately I gave in to her, and it was so funny. In fact, she also took a chair into the bathroom, and she told me to sit on the chair, and she was like, I'm just going to rub soap all over you and I'm going to give bath to you, just relax and sit in the chair. Then I told her, look, I'm really finding it very weird, when I feel that I can take bath myself, why should I let you bathe me? And it's really weird, but she was quite adamant, and she was like, no, I cannot go out. So then I told her, see, if you really want to do something, probably you can just apply some uh, soap on my feet and on my legs, and I would like to bathe the rest of the body myself. And luckily she agreed to that. But it was really one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. I think even more embarrassing than the process of the delivery itself, because that woman was looking at me while I was taking bath, and it was so embarrassing. Anyhow, the bath was over, and and then she just gave me a towel and she actually dried me off, and I came out, and then I told her, now please don't tell me that you're going to dress me up, I'll do that myself. So she left me in peace, and everything was fine. And then later on I asked her, why do you guys insist that the attendant is going to give bath to the new mother? And they said that sometimes patients who have undergone a C-section really find it difficult to stand up, to apply soap on their own. They really find it hard to take a bath, and they feel that their stitches might come open, or they might end up hurting themselves. So we just assist them for the first time and show them how to do it, so that when they go home they are comfortable with the whole thing. So I was like, okay, you got a point. So just before shifting me to my private room, the doctor came into the room, which was adjacent to the operation theatre. I guess about 13 to 14 hours had passed by uh, after my operation, and she said, I'm going to check your abdomen. And she placed her hands on my abdomen and started pressing very hard, and it was really very painful. I remember holding on to the bars of the bed and trying to get some strength by squeezing the bars literally very hard. So that was very painful for me. I still don't know why she did that, whether that was a standard procedure or what. And I'm saying so because when I was operated upon the second time, they did not check my abdomen in this way, and it was really very painful. So if you have had your abdomen checked in this manner, please do let me know in the comments, and I would like to know why they do that and how you guys coped with that. There are a few things which you should take care after your C-section, and that is, don't lift heavy objects. Of course you can pick up your baby, but nothing heavier than that. And don't start exercising very soon. I guess you should wait for a minimum of 2 months before starting some light exercises. And of course that does not involve weightlifting and any kind of strenuous exercises. Another thing is your diet, because if you're not strong from inside, you cannot be healthy on the outside. So it's important that you take a good care of your diet, eat nutritious food. In India, generally, we eat a lot of ghee, which is clarified butter, and dry fruits and other nutritious stuff. And I did not skip on that at all, because I thought one can always exercise and get back into shape, but not eating the food which is required by the body could be harmful in the long run. So I ate everything, of course, in limited proportions. You do not have to gorge on the yummy laddus, and you do not have to take ghee in excess, but whatever was recommended, I took that, and everything was fine. Even after my second delivery, I had panjiri and sund, whatever you have to eat after the delivery. So in the end, I only want to say that you should not feel stressed out about the C-section, because if you're mentally strong, your body can handle it, you can recover quickly, and you will have no complications. And trust me when I say this, that the sooner you get up from your bed, the sooner you will recover. So if you have any questions, any comments, if you want to share your experience regarding C-section with me, please comment down below. And I hope you liked my video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.